Hey everyone, today we're taking a look at the top 5 glitches, cheeses, and exploits of Season of Opulence in Destiny 2. Since I haven't really covered a whole lot of these like I would normally do, and there's been quite a few of them, I thought to keep you updated I'd make this video consisting of a bunch of glitches and exploits found by various players among the community. All of these can be very useful in some way, and I guarantee you not all of them will remain unpatched going into Shadowkeep, so let's get into it. First up is the Infinite Super Glitch. This can be done only via the Tribute Hall, but can be used to easily secure the flawless 200-point triumph for completing the Bad Juju mission solo without dying. Also, using an Infinite Super is just really fun. So to replicate this glitch, you'll need to have the Shard of Light tribute purchase that refills your super. If you're on console with slow loading times, you'll need to be on a hunter using Top Tree Arcstrider. Here's what you need to do. Load into the Tribute Hall, toggle the Shard of Light, and then cast your super when your energy is full. Continue to stand by the Shard of Light until you hear the sound of another super being ready. If you're using Top Tree Arcstrider, you simply have to dodge to refill your super bar, and once the lethal current buff runs out, it's going to automatically refill your super energy to max. If you're on a PC or a console with faster loading times, you can simply switch a piece of gear to refill your super energy. This can be pretty tedious depending on which super you're using, but at least through switching the gear you can use any super that you want. This glitch is awesome, and it reminds me of the Daybreak Strikes from Destiny 1, which were so much fun. Next up we have the Feeding Frenzy glitch. This one is super simple to set up and you can do it anywhere in the game. I'm just showing you it in the Tribute Hall because I was already here. What you need for this glitch is 2 weapons that have the Feeding Frenzy perk, which reduces your reload speed after getting a kill for a short time. In order to execute this, you need to get a kill with the first Feeding Frenzy weapon, then immediately use your class ability, which will either be Barricade, Rift, or Dodge, and as soon as you use it, switch to your other Feeding Frenzy weapon and get another kill. Once this happens, you can switch to any weapon and you'll notice that the Feeding Frenzy perk is still active. The awesome thing about this is you can switch to any weapon or even equip new weapons and the Feeding Frenzy perk will remain. This allows you to have lightning fast reload on any weapon, even exotics. Using this method can help you do things like reload Honed Edge on Izanagi's Burden extremely fast, which actually allows Izanagi's Burden to put out the highest DPS of any special weapon in the entire game. So yeah, I'd say this has some applications. Definitely give this one a try as it's super easy to replicate. The next one is a bit of an exploit that actually has resurfaced this season, originally found back in Black Armory, and was used to get the lore pages back then before they patched that method. What's interesting is Bungie actually never patched the exploit itself, they just changed the way the lore dropped. Back when I made a video on this, I didn't even think about the other benefits to it, which is the ability to AFK farm for a ridiculous amount of materials without harming other players. We all used it for the Dawning Essence and for the Forge Papers, but now it's got a new use. You can farm 2 types of planetary materials this way, and it depends on which forge you choose to run. If you want Dusklight shards, pick an EDZ forge like the Volunder Forge, and if you want Data Lice, pick a Nessus forge like the Gofanin. All you have to do is drop your power level to as low as you can possibly go. I would recommend trying to get at least to 350 power or below in order to guarantee you won't be matchmade with anyone actually trying to do the forges legit. What's going to happen if you drop your power level low enough is that you'll only be matchmade with other players using this farming method. It kind of like basically puts you into your own matchmaking pool, which is actually pretty neat. To drop your power level, take advantage of power level 10 Eververse gear, masks in the collections if you played Destiny 2 last year, buy uncommon gear from Hawthorne, and if you're really desperate, you can buy 340 power gear from the Cryptarch, although it's stupidly expensive. You also might be able to play low power adventures that you haven't done yet, but don't quote me on that. So once you load into a forge, you can just chill there AFK and let the game do all the work. The rounds are only about a minute long, so you won't get kicked for inactivity. Every round that finishes will reward you 4 planetary materials, and I believe you can even get 5 if you're running a ghost shell that increases planetary resource drops. Now this farm isn't meant for you to sit by and watch. This is something that you want to let run overnight or while you're gone for a long period of time. In about 9 hours, I accumulated 800 planetary materials, and that was all from doing absolutely nothing. The nice thing about these materials is you can use them for a variety of things, like for infusion, turning them into a vendor for legendary items to break down into shards and cores, or purchasing tributes at the tribute hall. If you're in a rush to get that bad juju catalyst, this farm can come in handy. But even if you're not in a rush, you can build up a huge stockpile of materials for when you reach max discount or to prepare for Shadowkeep. Just remember to keep your postmaster somewhat clear since the materials will go directly there after every round of a forge. The next thing I want to cover is the daily Boon exploit, in which you can get double the discount percentage in the tribute hall each day, as opposed to just 4%. In order to do this, you'll need 2 characters and to be able to play during the daily reset. Hop on your first character and pick up 3 daily champion bounties from the tribute hall sometime before reset. This can be on the day before or the day of. Now the bounties you pick up can be completed before the upcoming reset or after it. It doesn't make a difference. As long as you're logged in game on that character when the daily reset happens, those 3 bounties you picked up will reward boons. So you can complete them, or if they're already finished, you can turn them in. Then turn in the boons of Opulence to the statue and switch over to another character. Now on your second character, simply pick up the 4 new bounties and then complete them and turn them in for boons. Basically what you're doing, similar to the Truth to Power chest glitch, is tricking the game by carrying over old items, in this case bounties, to a new day without those bounties resetting since you're still logged into the world. So in order to always get extra boons and therefore extra discounts each day, all you have to do is carry over old bounties to the next day and be logged in during reset. Some players have reported getting up to 12 bounties to be saved per day somehow. I think that's by saving extras on other characters. Others say they can only get 7 or 8 though, and the reason why I recommended only picking up 3 on your first character instead of the total of 4 is because sometimes turning in all 4 will bug out the game and cause the glitch not to work. Now keep in mind this is an exploit, so sometimes you can get lucky and sometimes you can get screwed, but following this method of getting 7% per day will ensure that you'll get to that maximum 80% discount much quicker. Some other stuff I wanted to cover but won't go into with as much depth are the following cheeses or exploits. The first is you can actually get the bad juju catalyst and the triumph for placing all tributes in just a single day by utilizing the tribute banner cheese. This can be done if you have not opened the door to the actual tribute room yet. Visit the tribute hall on your first character, pick up the bounty offered by the statue, and go complete it. When you come back, the statue is going to offer you a banner, and instead of placing it down right away, switch to your second character. On your second character, land in the tribute hall, and now you can place the banner down. You'll hear the sound of the door opening, but it won't actually open up, and that's how you know the glitch has worked. Then you could head back to orbit, and then return to the tribute hall and place the banner down again. The game considers that banner to count as a tribute, so every time you place it down, you're making progress on the triumph and towards the emote. It's pretty broken, but I imagine unless you're just coming back to Destiny 2, you probably already missed the chance for this since the tribute hall is account-wide, and you can only do this if you haven't opened the door at all on any character. I figured I'd mention it though, just in case. Another one is in the Gauntlet encounter, in either normal or heroic Menagerie. Some other glitches and stuff I wanted to make note of are in the Gauntlet encounter, in the heroic or normal Menagerie. You used to be able to shoot grenade launchers across the finish line to count as players, but that was patched. However, now as you cross the finish line, kill yourself right as you are past the line with a grenade launcher and it's going to count as 6 guardians. And another thing, provided this isn't already patched by the time Iron Banner rolls around again, when you get to the final step of the new Iron Banner quest, if you can get a 2-win streak, all you have to do is queue up for a game and immediately leave, and you get a ton of progress towards the final step. Just queue up Iron Banner again and then immediately leave as soon as you see 1 out of 12, and the quest will be auto-completed in no time. This could very well be patched, so keep an eye out in the description for any updates on it. And that's pretty much it, all the biggest glitches, cheeses, and exploits of this season so far. Let's not forget to pour one out for the old Menagerie chest loot farm. It was fun while it lasted. Anyway, if you found this video helpful, go ahead and slap that like button silly, and I'll see you all in the next one. Also, before I go, I just wanted to make it clear that I just made a new playlist for all collectibles in Destiny 2, all my guides that have to do with item locations, collectible stuff, lore stuff. I just made a new playlist for that. It's in the description. It's also on my channel. Go check it out if you have any questions on anything. And remember that I have a playlist for every season of Destiny 2 in the game, for Black Armory, for Joker's Wild, for Penumbra, and all the Dreaming City stuff in Forsaken. There's Corrupted Egg guides, there's Challenge guides, there's Secret Triumphs. Everything is on the channel. I'll link those below. Thank you so much for the support. And again, thank you for 100,000 subscribers. That is absolutely nuts. Love you guys.